Let's close out this series with a question that's uncomfortable. What does waiting already cost you? Now, I know we don't like to think about that, do we? Because we were raised to believe that waiting is responsible, that delaying is smart, that timing will magically just line up. But here's the truth that nobody ever told us when we were younger. Waiting has a price tag, and it is expensive. Every year that we wait, we're not just staying where we are. We're actually falling behind. Think about it. The cost of living goes up, life gets more expensive, time gets shorter, and energy gets lower. And suddenly, we look up and realize we spent years working for someone else's dream. Well, our dream sat on the shelf waiting for later. But here's the thing. Later, it's a myth. Later never magically arrives. We create later by doing something now. Did anything change with time freedom? Did anything change with stress levels? Most people say no. Why? Because they waited. They waited for a sign. They waited for a better time. They waited until they felt ready. But readiness doesn't create action. Action creates readiness. You don't have to bet on everything, just a small step consistently, and it builds and it compounds. And suddenly you wake up and realize you don't need a boss anymore. Your business is finally working for you, not the other way around. Look, I'm sharing this because I was tired of waiting as well. I wasted years thinking I wasn't ready, years thinking I needed more time, more money, more confidence, more everything. And then one day, I realized the truth. If nothing changes, nothing changes. Waiting didn't protect me. Waiting didn't help me. Waiting cost me. It cost me memories. It cost me morning with peace. It cost me moments with my wife. It cost me years of time, freedom I can't get back. That's the real cost of waiting. So let's bring this home. Ask yourself right now, what will another 6 months of waiting cost you? Another year? How about another 5 years? What do you lose by not starting? Because the uncomfortable truth is, waiting is a decision. Not deciding is deciding. You're choosing status quo by default. So here's the invitation. If you're watching this and something inside you knows this is my moment, then listen to that voice, not the one that's afraid, not the one that's overthinking, not the one that wants everything perfect before taking step one, the one that wants more, the one that still believes life can change, because it can, and it starts today. Look, just click the link in my bio, check out the Legacy Builder program. Even if you're scared, even if you're unsure, even if you feel like you don't know everything yet. None of us did. We learned it while we built, and that's how freedom is created. I want to thank you for being part of all 7 videos. I hope something in this series lit a spark inside of you, because if you're tired of always being on, then it's time to build a business that works when you don't. Let's finally stop waiting and start